My favorite part about touring was just playing. I think a lot of people do bands for various reasons, and for me, playing live was always the reason I did a band. So touring was the joy of playing live a whole bunch of days in a row. That's what I liked. I also obviously liked the travel aspect as far as seeing other cities and seeing new parts of the world. With touring, especially in punk bands, you're basically only ever going to the terrible places in those cities. So you get kind of a skewed view on what those cities are like, but I did enjoy seeing a lot of new places. My least favorite aspect of touring was just not having the access to the creature comforts you do at home, as far as having a quiet place to sleep, a cool or a warm, depending on the season, place to sleep, and just not knowing what I was going to do in the morning. At the end of a long tour, I would miss the order of sleeping in my own bed and getting up for work and having a routine. There's a million stories from tour. One of my favorites, as far as something that's not a complete inside joke, we were in Europe joking around with a band. I believe they were called Between Us. Just you know, a band that you played a bunch of shows with. And our guitar player, or he might have been a bass player on that tour, Andy, was joking around with one of their members, and I think that member called Andy fat. And Andy also made said like, "Who are you to talk?" Because the guy also was kind of a bigger guy. And then that guy pulled up his shirt, and it was super cut. Like, just, muscle, like bodybuilding contests, caliber, abs, and just jacked. And it just put Andy in his place, and it was honestly super, super funny.
My first band, Detonation, did 2 tours, neither of which were very professional. On the second tour, we had a friend drive us, and he drove us. On that tour, we played Minneapolis, like 5 shows in California, and then drove back to New Jersey. That driver, I'm trying to save his name to protect him from this story. He drove basically straight from the LA area to Oklahoma. And then he slept for about 8 hours, and then Matt, the drummer, drove for a little bit. And then that guy drove some more. While he was sleeping at one point, Matt, the guitar player, and I were sitting in the back. And it appeared that he, while sleeping, reached out and took cookies and then ate cookies while sleeping. Essentially, he pulled them underneath the blanket, and then we heard crunching. So the guitar player and I often talk about how he slept and ate cookies at the same time.